Hi everyone, welcome to our BNB Hack Winner Live demo. Today you will see demos from the winning projects, hear their story, and even get a chance to win 50 by asking a great question under our X Live post. And let's welcome our guests today. First, we have Dinesh, product lead at Play AI Network. Hi, Dinesh, would you say hi to our audience?
Hello, guys. Nice to be you.
Okay, thanks for joining us today. And second, we have Queen, founder of NCP Forge. Hi, Queen.
Hi. Actually, it's Chin, but Jam. Yeah. Hi there. I can't hear anything now.
Hi, team. Sorry for the internet issue. Everyone can hear me clearly right now? Thank you for the waiting. Then let's start it again. Let's continue. Let's welcome Luis, the co-founder of Basement. Hi, Luis.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
And next we have Philip, founder of BBing. Hi.
Hi, nice meeting everyone. Excited to demo.
Thank you. And for today, each session, we will have a live demo and a Q&A from our amazing speaker. And don't forget to drop your questions under our X-Live post, and your question got selected, you will win $50. Okay, then let's kick off with our first speaker and also our winner, Play AI Network. Hi, Dinesh, the stage is yours.
Yeah, thanks. Hello, guys. I'm Dinesh, product lead at Play Network. We have been building the whole orchestration layer for crypto and AI. So the reason the whole conviction comes from the way the internet is built today. The current internet isn't really equipped for the agentic experience. There's friction everywhere. There's clicks everywhere for making any transaction or any interaction across on-chain or even both off-chain applications. You have to take multiple clicks, and these applications are quite fragmented. They work in a very isolated environment, and they are just trapped behind the screens. And this is where Play AI changes this. We redefine how users perceive intelligence beyond clicks, and where the actions or the where the desire for the users turns into an action with these ecosystem of applications, tools, and MCPs which they interact with daily, both on chain and off chain. These actions or these desire for the users that the task that they have can be just turned into the whole action into just simple prompt or just a voice command. You don't really have to be technical. You don't really have to specify into detail. The AI or the orchestration engine figures it out. This The whole orchestration engine which runs in the background will coordinate between different applications, hundreds of tools that we have, the networks that are integrated or part of the ecosystem to get your task done. The way this works is we have the interface layer, which is the play hub, and the madrims, which kind of works at the interaction layer for you, where you can ask anything to get it done. Then there's the whole the developer side of things, which is the developer suite and the Play Studio, where developers, creators, or even users can build their own workflows or integrate their own applications, MCPs, or tools to be part of the Play ecosystem. And we have the Play Collective, which works more on the data mining side, where the users can contribute to monetize their data, which could be media, images, videos, text, or any content piece they have written. This is all powered by PlayStack, which blends within your ecosystem, wallets, phones, devices, applications, even your lifestyle. The first part of this is the Play Hub, which acts as a zapier of crypto and AI, which turns basically any complex workflow or any complex task across different applications. It could be tens of applications for just one task into a simple workflow, and you can just ask the orchestration engine to just complete it for you. This could be across different applications, so you don't really have to worry about how it would work, and you have to just present your desire or intent to do it. The second part of this is the Play Studio, which is the no code playground for the users and developers or creators to turn their action into an workflow, which could be used again by different users within the ecosystem, which also brings in the whole monetization flywheel and the incentives for the creators over here. Then we have the data collective, which is more on the data mining side, which turns every media content or actions by the users uh, into smarter data sets, which are used for training the model within the AI ecosystem, which technically makes your interaction smarter with every word that you take. Then, which is the next part is Madrims, which is quite exciting over here, which basically interacts or integrates within your existing lifestyle. You can use it for contributing to do Play Collective with the camera that it has. You can capture the vision, and it will basically contribute to the data, or you can use it as an interaction layer where you can speak with the orchestration engine, which is Aura, or you can basically get any of the tasks done. The Play Hub is technically the one canvas or one single nexus where each and every application is integrated, and you can interact with it without any clicks. And this is something where the orchestration engine plays a major role. Uh, it kind of picks up any application, tool, or MCP that is required for you to complete the task. Along with this, we have the data mining over here, which works right now for the Twitter side of things, where you can mine any tweet. It will verify with the Oasis nodes that we have, and it will be also be verified by the community. And it will work with the data sets to train the models further. Then this also works for the creators, where they can create new workflows over here and publish it on PlayHub so the other users can interact with it. And we have the missions as well, so they can earn credits or aura points, which would be used as part of the PlayHub. We with the PlayHub over here, we are orchestrating right on BNB chain. There are like workflows live across BNB chain, which would help users to farm yields, trade perps, stake, restake, or even lend and borrow. And this all is powered by the ecosystem applications or ecosystem tools that are part of the BNB chain. And this is currently live on the network, and the Aura agent will just turn your desire into an action over there. The next part is the madrims, which is the classes or something that blends within your lifestyle. You can speak with it to get your tasks done, or you can just use it for lending your vision to it. So you can use the media that you have for any task, or you can use it for contributing to the data. So you can earn rewards out of it. We also have a dedicated app for this, which also syncs with your Play Hub. So all of your actions are orchestrated with Play Hub. This also has like a across, like on the hardware level, this has like high resolution camera, touchpad control, even mic and speakers, so you can use it across your day-to-day life with any task that is required. The next part is the Play Studio, which is where the developer ecosystem is activated. It is a no-code playground for users, developers, creators to basically turn any action into a workflow or integrate the applications within the Play ecosystem. So it activates the flywheel where the creators build the workflow, which is executed by the users, and the revenue generated from this is again shared with the creators itself. The other part of this is where the tokenizations engine comes as well, where the creators can tokenize it to further increase the usage of the workflow and have more incentives for it, both for the users and for the creators. We have launched the beta version of the Play Hub for a couple of months now, and it has been integrated with 100 plus applications. We have more than 80,000 users, and there are like more than 10,000 data packs mined. And the community has over like 45 million of net worth over here as well. And we have been quite growing a community from on Twitter and Discord with more than 120K followers and 85K members as well, which are quite active and contributing within the ecosystem. With the roadmap over here, we are already launched the Play Beta. The next is the Madrims One Founder Edition, which will be launched pretty soon. In the next quarter, we will be focusing on launching the Play Studio and activating the flywheel, along with the Play Hub public launch. So this would open for every user out there, and we would be starting the shipment of Madrims One over here. The next year would be focused on bringing in the version 2 of Oasis nodes and the Madrims 2 as well, which would be again part of the Play ecosystem and would be contributing more to it and have much more features than we have in the version 1. So our major focus has been on the BNB network right now, or BNB chain right now, with more than 15 applications integrated across it that works with the workflows that we have. Along with that, we are also live on a couple other networks which works on the whole orchestration engine. So yeah, that's pretty much, I would say. We are open for questions over here.
Thank you, Dinesh, for sharing, and we are excited to see what you have built within the BNB Chain ecosystem. And now let's dive into some questions. First, I got up for you is how do you see the individual workflow scaling, and what are you building to support that?
Got it. So I would say this is where the whole Play Studio or the creative flywheel comes into picture. These workflows are built by the creators, and there's an incentives, which is incentives or rewards which are generated with each usage of these workflows. And since these rewards are generated, it goes back to the creators itself, which allows them to further build it and maybe tokenize it further, which would again contribute more incentives to them in terms of fees, the usage fees or the revenue share. And this would again bring in more incentives for the creators over there, even the developers, to integrate their own applications. And this kind of acts as a flywheel over here, which kind of brings value from users to developers and creators back over there. So I think this way we are allowing more creators to be part of our network and ecosystem over here.
Thank you. And now let's move. Let's pick one questions from the live post comments. Yeah. please check it out and see if any interesting question you would like to take.
1 second. Should I be looking at live stream or the live post?
Yes. Meanwhile, everyone do comment.
Yeah, I got the question. How do you see the project evolving in the next 6 to 12 months, and what features do you plan to add or improve? I would say a major focus would be on the orchestration engine and the madrons over here, and also the data collective. Of course, like all these are part of our ecosystem, which would be worked on all together in coordination. Uh, the major reason is, of course, we would be integrating more applications to it, improving the orchestration engine over here, and at the same time, this would also be syncing with all of your applications. So I would say that would be a major focus for the next couple months. At the same time, we are planning to launch the Madrims one later down the line this month, and then we have the Madrims 2 as well, which would be an improved version in terms of both software and hardware. So the users can have more use case for it. It can unlock more value for the users, and at the same time, we would be bringing in the Play Collective over here, which would not just be for the Web3 side of things, but it would also open a lot of revenue from the Web2 side of things, where the data is actually consumed, or the data sets is actually required for training any model or any AI engines out there. And this contributes to a lot of a revenue, which is turned into rewards for the users who are contributing it. So yeah, I would say that is a major focus that we would be on for the next 6 to 12 months.
Thank you for the answer. And the final questions for you is that do you have any suggestion to developers who wants to join the BNB hack?
I would say the support has been pretty great with the BNB chain and the ecosystem. So I think if you believe your conviction or the product is something that fits within the ecosystem, and of course, BNB chain is one of the best place to be at. And there are a lot of applications within the ecosystem which also amplifies or increases your use cases. So the fit is definitely there and the alignment is there. So yeah, I would say definitely the developers should consider this and go for it.
Thank you, Danish, and everyone to follow Play AI on X for the latest update, and looking forward to more features from your team. Thank you again.
Awesome. Thanks for having us here, guys.
Okay, then next, let's have Quinn, the founder of NCP Forge. Hi, Quinn.
Hi, Jam. So I was happy to be here, and let me do a quick demo for you, and I will share my screen first. Yeah. Okay. So you can see my screen now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So our project is called MCP Forge, and basically we're building a MCP market for crypto native use case. And why we're building this? Because currently it's super easy to build any AI agents because you can even web coding AI agents, right? But it's not very easy for the user to deploy it by themselves, and for developer to monetizing it is not that easy. So we are here to help. And the first thing we build is we have a system that can automatically discover and onboarding MCP repos, especially for the Web3 ones. And yeah, I will show you very soon. It's super easy. And then we have currently we use a centralized server. Basically, it's a Kubernetes server, and we auto deploy all the MCP with demand-based pricing. Like everyone can have your own entity for your for your use case, and then we will build another like a payment layer, a crypto native payment layer on that, so everyone can pay it to use it, and and the contributor can get benefit from it. So basically, this image show how our system work. Like we have our own cluster, a cloud native infrastructure runtime. Actually, it's a Kubernetes, and we add some sandbox to make the MCP service more safe. I will show you later. And then there is a proxy, and for user, we provide a very easy to use interface on our website. It means you can chat all the deployed MCP server directly in our front end. Yeah, so then let's go to demo directly. Okay, so this is our front end page. And the first thing I want to show you, if you are a developer, how to onboard your MCP service. If your MCP service is open source, it's super easy. You can just submit your GitHub repo. For example, this EVM MCP server. And if your code is implemented in a good structure, it basically means our AI service can understand what you're building, especially if you build some Docker image for that, like this one. We can just use AI engine to read the GitHub repo and to deploy it for you automatically on our website. And you can see now we have a new MCP server, and all the data is fetched from GitHub. Yeah. Okay, so that's the first feature I want to show you. And second thing is like if I'm a user, so the first thing if I want to use some MC, so when the repo is imported, we only have the metadata, and it's not there is not any service entity. But everyone, if you log into our platform, you can deploy it by yourself. And currently, the first thing you need to do is subscribe our plan. So yeah, sorry, my English is not that good. I don't know how to say it exactly because it's still in the test phase. So we just use like a test test token on BNB Chain. Yeah. So sorry, there is some problem here. Yeah. After you subscribe, you see currently we only support subscription monthly, and after you subscribe, you now can start your own MCP server, and it's based on the GitHub repo. And after you do that, it's actually very quick. Our backend Kubernetes will deploy this MCP for you, and actually you can run it. So, for example, if you are using some some third-party chatbox that supports MCP, you can directly configure it. For example, let me do it again for you. Yeah. So, for example, this is a MCP for meme. Everyone in BNB Chain ecosystem know for meme, right? We implement for meme MCP servers by ourselves, and you can use it. Just copy the endpoints we provide for you, and yeah. And now actually you can use it. Yeah, and to showcase, for example, you can ask it which tokens has the highest trading volume in the last 24 hours on BSC. There are multiple tools it deployed, and you can say it's just call it, and all the services provided by our service, and you can pay it to use it on crypto native way. That's the second thing I want to show you. And the last thing I want to show you is we already provide a chatbox tools, native chatbox tool in our website. and you can add some MCP service that you just deployed, and you can chat with it. For example, what weather is today in Beijing? It's actually super hot. Yeah, and it will use some tools. Yeah, okay. So that's all the stuff I want to show you on our demo, but let me show what's our future plan. So there's something we care about. So the first thing is, who should we pay? Shall we pay the platform like us? Shall we pay the infrastructure? We don't think so. We think we shall pay who built this agent, because our agents, we just deploy it for them. But who built them is very important, right? So we collaborate with another system called according.org. They can check all the contribution on GitHub and reward them, reward the MCP contributors. And secondly, who should deploy it? We believe it should not on Kubernetes anymore. It should be on our decentralized infrastructure. And the last, don't let your agent die in your README, and we're happy to help. So that's what we got. And let's just answer some questions.
Thank you, Quinn, for the demo and sharing. And let's move to the Q&A part. The first is, in your view, what is the core reason for combining MCP with blockchain?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Actually, you can see we were just started with MCP, but in future, we were building more infrastructures for all the agents, and MCP is just start. And why AI engines should be definitely collaborate with blockchain? Because you can imagine, like in the next 5 years, almost every entity on the internet, there are AI agents, not human being, right? And they have to collaborate with each other. And imagine, like people nowadays, they definitely need to do some economic activity, and it should happening the same in the AI agents world. And how can they do that? Shall we use some centralized payment service? It doesn't definitely not work, because if it's centralized, means there must be some company they are handling, they are controlling all the transaction, and that's not acceptable, because if there are so many agents and they are all controlled by some centralized service, is definitely not good. And and you can consider that nowadays, like people do like a Visa, they handle how many transactions per second. In AI engine world, it will like 1,000 times more than that. And it definitely should not be controlled by some centralized company. And the only way we use some decentralized way to do the payment, it's happening on blockchain. So it's definitely going to happen. And there are already a lot of protocol working on that. And we start with MCP, and we also want, like, based on the BNB infrastructure and with our MCP service, and we want to build a AI agent first payment layer on blockchain. Yeah, that's what we So okay.
Thank you. That's really impressive. And now let's move to the live questions. Feel free to pick one from the comments.
Okay, let me see. So I see there is someone asking that how because I mentioned that we are going to reward the contributor back of the MCP server. So they asked me how to prevent the code duplication risk while rewarding original contributions. That's a good question. So first, we are already collaborate with another project called Go Hacker, and they have a sophisticated open source contribution. How do I say it? Open source contribution verification system, and they can automatically find whose project has the stronger impact. It's super easy find it on GitHub because the original project always have a higher star, and it has a stronger community. There will be more people contribute to that. And because our system can easily get the data from GitHub, and we can add some human verification to make sure that the important MCP project submitted to our platform is related to the original author. Yeah, and especially if it's a big one, like it's earn a lot of money, we'll just reward only, how do I say it? Only the original author permit our platform to deploy the service. We can deploy it, and if he admitted, and we can definitely reward the contributor. And basically, we think it's a good way for open source developer to earn money in this world. Yeah, because many of them, they provide some cool project. People are using it freely, and sometimes the open source contributors are hurt by it, and we want to change that. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Thanks.
Thank you, Quinn, for joining us today. And any final thoughts you want to share with our audience?
Yeah, so the first thing is like BNB Chain is super good. They are super supportive to the hackers like us. We are not good at marketing, but they will provide us support like today. Yeah, so just come to build with us, and it has a very strong ecosystem. And if you are interested in MCP and AI agent and Web3, of course, you can connect us, and we can definitely collaborate together. Yeah, and by the way, just follow us. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Quinn, and also for your team's contribution. And everyone do follow MCP Forge on X for the latest update. Thank you. And next, let's welcome Luis, co-founder of Basement. Hi, Luis.
Hi. Thank you for having me. Yeah, my name is Luis Perron. I'm the co-founder of Basement. Let me just share my screen here. Okay, you should be able to see my screen.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so yes, Basement, the web's hidden layer. So Basement is actually a social browser where communities grow directly on top of the content they care about. And the problem that we're trying to solve here is we believe that billions of people use the web every day, and conversations are siloed. They're scattered across Discord, Reddit, Twitter, and they're actually detached from where the content lives. And so this breaks context. And there's no place on the web where the conversation and the content naturally coexist. And so we're building a solution for this. And Income Basement. Basement turns every URL into a shared space like Reddit, but directly on the page. You can react, drop memes, join threads, all in the same place with never leaving the site. And so how does it work? You can visit any web page. Basement adds a hidden social sidebar to any URL. And so on the right side, you can see this is what the browser looks like. And you can open up that sidebar and see what are people talking about. And so you could join a discussion, you could react, comment, create threads right on that page. You can earn by engaging, curated content, surface insights, and like even rewarded for contributions on the Basement network. And so the Basement opportunity. There's over like 5.6 billion people that use the internet today. And so with Reddit and Discord, there's over 1.3 billion and $600 million in revenue. And so this is kind of proved demand for community-driven spaces in our point of view. And so these specific platforms, they pull users away from where the content naturally exists. And so with the Basement, we plan to flip that model by turning every URL into a social space. So Basement early users. For Basement early users, we're actually targeting digital natives, so creatives, meme lords. anybody into tech. And so we really want to target the people that treat the web like a background, like a playground. Sorry. And so the go-to-market plan for Basement is going to be really these 4 steps, and the first step is going to be sharing our founder journey through short form content. We believe that's very important, and so we're going to use all the social media there to our benefit. And so we're going to launch a Chrome plugin as the top funnel, and we're going to use that to drive installs to the full featured mobile app. We're going to start with an invite only beta. We're going to collaborate with influencers and meme accounts to trigger viral loops. And so with the Chrome plugin, that's going to be the top funnel into the Basement mobile app, where we believe and where we want our users to live. And so monetizing the layer, I find this part very interesting, and this is where Basement lets brand own their social layer. So every website has a hidden basement, and so if a company, on the right side we have Apple as an example, if any company wanted to own that brand, because maybe there's a lot of traction, there's a lot of activity there, they can own that brand and they can monetize that layer by essentially being a premium user on the platform, or premium brand, better said. And so brands can control, moderate threads, pin content. They can deploy AI agents. They'll be able to sponsor, boost, post, unlock analytics. And so we don't even believe this is ads. This is just owning what's already there, right? And so owning that infrastructure. And so I did mention AI agents, and this is where the base links come into play. These are the AI agents of Basement, and these AI agents are domain specific, and so we call them gremlins. So you can imagine a gremlin on a music blog speaks fluent synthwave, or one on a crypto site might challenge your tokenomics. These gremlins can hop into any conversation, reply. You can tag them, ask them a question, they'll reply. And so these gremlins have the context of everything that's happening within that domain. And we believe this is just the next evolution of what web browsing should be like. The next part we're really excited about is graffiti marking the web. So with graffiti, users can drop images directly onto the websites, anchored to specific DOM elements, and these visual annotations are persistent. So you can imagine any user wants to drop a sticker or maybe write a note on a website, and today they can't really do that. There's no context of what's really going on. There's no this community aspect doesn't exist, and so users can hop in here and comment on the web, say what's going on. People can come in, get that additional context, and all these stickers, this graffiti that we call it, this is all powered by Basement, the protocol itself, right? So if you wanted to drop a graffiti, if you wanted to drop a sticker, that would take some Basement tokens, right? And that way you're kind of reducing some of that spam there. And so with this, anybody can just drop anything they want. And if that website ends up updating one day, then that graffiti becomes stale, and that's okay. Graffiti is not supposed to be there forever. It's temporarily. And so we are the permissionless hackathon winners. We have this here. We got first place, and we have this video that we showed at the hackathon that I did want to show, if that was okay. Cool. And then this is our last slide, the team behind Basement. I'm Lewis, the co-founder of Basement. I worked at Helium Mobile. I've been working at Helium Mobile for the past 3 years. I also co-founded a brand called DY Cats. My other co-founder, Pete, he's been an OG for the past 20 years. He's been working at Helium for over 10 years, and he also formed a company called Forward Partners. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Open to questions.
Thank you, Luis, for sharing. And let's jump to the Q&A. What is your biggest vision for Basement, and how it could reshape how people interact on the internet?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, we actually think like right now conversations about content happen everywhere except where the content lives. And I think I've said that several times. So Basement changes that by turning every page into a shared space. And so over time, we believe Basement becomes the default social layer on the web. And it's not a new destination, but some invisible protocol that lets people claim their space, build community, and just own that part of the internet.
Okay, thanks for the answer. And let's move to live comments. Yeah, feel free to pick one.
Okay. Yeah, I think I see one that says, "How does Basement keep comment chaos from spilling across pages?" And this is something the team and I have actually thought about a lot. And that's where really the token comes into play. And that's really one of our, uh, something that really motivated us to create Basement. Is right now you have a lot of spam, you have a lot of, I guess, leakage on Reddit, Discord, or all these other sites. And so with Basement, you actually have to use a portion of Basement tokens. You can think about it as cents to create a post, maybe a couple pennies to put some graffiti. And so yeah, this creates this like natural spam filter on the network. And so yeah, we believe that's going to be just like a natural deterrent for having people use bots, spam, that type of thing.
Thank you, Luis, for sharing. And any final thoughts to share with our audience?
No, I just wanted to thank you guys. Binance has been top tier. You guys have been so great supporting us in this journey. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to apply to this hackathon, and even this opportunity for this live demo. I'm excited for the future and the future partnerships we can have.
Thank you, and appreciate your team's contribution. And everyone do follow Basement on X for the latest updates and upcoming news. Then thank you again, Luis. And let's welcome Philip, founder of BNB. Hi, Philip.
Hi, I'm excited to demo my application. Give me 1 second. Okay, great. So the name of the application was Pibim. I have changed it to Yori. Yori is Korean for cooking. So what I'm trying to do is I'm helping onboard retail day traders to an AI trading companion that transitions experienced day traders into crypto trading. The reason I created this application is through my research, I recognize that 15 to 24% of active retail day traders actively trade crypto. That's a huge untapped market that Yori, again, Korean for cooking, is going to tap into. So let's go into the meat and potatoes of the application. So what this is the strategy builder. So basically, we can choose a token. Each and every step of the way, a substring is being created on the back end, and it's being concatenated into a system prompt. I pre-processed the system prompt that basically enables a crypto analyst, crypto research persona, and that is fed into Google's Gemini, which is an AI agent framework. So let's get started. So let's, of course, choose BNB. And so this is the first substring. When I press next, now I'm concatenating this substring into a secondary substring. That second substring is these available strategies. So let's do some trend following. After that, I'm working on a TLDR bundler, which is going to take market sentiment from different platforms that are really important to pick up on sentiment. This is another substring that's going to be added to the collection of substrings that become a system prompt. Let's press next. Here, through my own experience as a retail day trader, I recognize that academic papers, scientific papers are very important in being able to craft a really good strategy. And so here, I'm able to upload a research paper. And that research paper, again, through the enabling of parsing the PDF, is going to create a substring in addition to the previous substrings and the future substrings. The most important thing here is I'm going to connect Emergent Minds API, which is a TLDR platform that enables archive papers, scientific papers, to have short bite-sized content. Again, that's going to be another substring that's going to be added. So here, let's add trend following. After this, here's some preset parameters that retail day traders are very comfortable with. And we can modify this to, again, formulate a stronger, more robust strategy. Let's do trend following, time frame, 5 minutes. Next. Here, risk management is very important in day trading as it is in active crypto trading. And so now we can formulate a stronger strategy based on what we expect our profit to be and how much we're willing to draw down. So I feel lucky today, so let's take a higher profit. Let's increase the position size as well. Okay, great. Another important thing that retail day traders do not understand is as we transact on more obscure tokens and when we're on chain, liquidity is very important and difficult to achieve. And so a swap for profit option is something that I created, which enables a quick access to a stable coin so that you can hold your earnings. So we can enable this. Okay, great. And here the final part is an appendage to this concatenated extended set of substrings. This appendage is a specific command or any kind of modifications you want to put in this robust string that was created. So I want to take profit during the weekends. EST. Okay, great. So here you have a preview of the strategy being built through these concatenated substrings. These substrings, again, are abstracted away from the user. They don't know that this is being created, but they've actually created an extensive strategy. So now here is where Google's Gemma works. So we're going to generate a strategy, and the AI agents are now working. There's 4 agents working in collaboration. And we're going to get a preview of a strategy before we actually generate the full-on strategy. So we're creating the info. So it's working, it's processing, they are interacting with each other, 4 specific agents, and there we go. And so now here we have real-time data, and now we can actually generate the strategy. You can further modify it as well. So you can see the status of the agents as they're working together, and then you will see a strategy being formed. And there we go. That is your strategy. Now you can regenerate your strategy and proceed to backtest. But what I'm really excited about, here's the strategy. What I'm really excited about is the ability for retail day traders to not put their P&Ls on the line. That's really important. They need to be onboarded to crypto. There are nuances and granular differences. And so what I want them to be able to do is create the strategy, backtest it, modify it, recreate it, backtest, modify it. eventually they're going to be able to create their own strategy. But creating your own strategy is only fun if you can personify. So here's some static strategies that I created with personas. So let's do the sage. Now, the user will be enabled to create their own strategy, their own description, AI-generated images for their avatar. And again, these are basically their way of exemplifying their strategy in the crypto space. So let's next. You can describe your personality, which again, really adds to the complexity of your system prompt. Create your own story. The story is good for marketability. So once the story is crafted, you can market it, deploy it, and then obviously make profit from it and also yield tokens. Next. Okay, great. And you can eventually deploy it. Eventually, it'll be in a strategy marketplace where your P&L is shown and you can actually have people use it, test it, and of course, hopefully generate real yield. The other thing is this P&L system that I created, I recognize that there is a lot of benefit in incentivizing through a token system. So Yori is going to be a token that basically is going to reward strategies that are more robust, strategies that are trading off of more obscure tokens, higher P&L, staying in a position longer. And what I really want to do through this coefficient system, and I got the inspiration from European football. I recognize that the golden boot does not always go to the player that scores the most goals. So if a player plays in an inferior league, like the Austrian league, they basically, if they score 40 goals as opposed to someone who scores 37 goals in La Liga, that player is going to win the golden boot, the La Liga player. And so this coefficient system, this weighted coefficient, I inverted it. And basically, the more obscure token you have, the higher point yield you will have. So basically, if you're going to transact on something like Solana or Ethereum, you're not going to get as much of a yield as some of the more obscure tokens. So here is a token obscurity multiplier. So the more obscure the token, the higher chance of a yield. And like I mentioned before, how strong your P&L is, what is your position size, and how long you're staying in it. And there's special achievements to gamify the system. So people are really engaged in our application and testing out strategies. And there'll be rewards based on those who get the best yield. And again, it's all based on that, that coefficient system that I created. Okay, great. And here are the different rankings. Eventually, you're going to be able to connect to different wallets. And my ultimate hope is to actually make Yori not just for active day traders to be onboarded for crypto, but for crypto traders to be onboarded to traditional securities. And what that will do is eventually we will connect APIs that have brokerages and exchanges where users can create synthetic cross-asset ETFs or in that ilk. And so they will be able to have a portfolio of crypto and stocks together all in one fell swoop. Thank you very much and for listening to my demo.
Thank you, Philip. It's a nice demo. And let's jump to the questions. What additional feature is Yuri adding to help experienced day trader transition to on-chain crypto trading?
That is a great question. And from my vantage point, I think user experience is so important. I work very hard at creating user experience that's endemic to day traders. I think getting more day traders to test out the app will give me a better understanding of what parameters to use, how to just organize the workflow, actually the strategy user flow. And eventually, I really want to connect that synthetic cross-asset ETF feature. I think that would be a game changer.
Thank you. Then let's pick one live questions from the comments.
Sure. Give me 1 second. I don't see see. Okay, so it's the link, right? Oh, here it is. So Ilhan Hoki, good morning at BNB Official. Can you discuss the potential applications of AI in your project's domain and how you see your project contributing to the broader AI ecosystem? And 2, how do you plan to ensure that your AI system is fair, transparent, unbiased, and what measures have you taken to prevent potential biases or discriminatory outcomes? Okay, so there's 3 questions here. I'll answer it one by one. I think the potential applications of the AI is definitely falling in line with better using the agents. I think right now I'm using the agents as a more glorified form of LLMs interacting with each other. I really want to be able to connect agents to make that hop to connect exchanges and brokerages so that retail day traders can start really transacting on crypto in an easy process on our app and vice versa. How do you plan to ensure your AI system is fair, transparent? But yeah, so I have large language model experience, generative AI experience. That's something that I'm definitely working on, making sure that that is going to work properly. That's something that, again, this was an application for a hackathon. It's only a couple of weeks old. So I'm going to definitely work on that and make sure that I'm vetting the AI system and make sure it's processing correctly. And the last one is, what are the most significant opportunities and challenges you see for AI-powered projects in the next 1 to 2 years? And how do you plan to adapt and evolve your project in response? That is a great question. So basically what I think is, we're going towards agentic frameworks. We're going to better use cases in agentic frameworks. And the way I plan to adapt is I really want people who are not comfortable in the Web3 space to start getting comfortable, Web2 to Web3. And I think that just from my own personal experience, that's something that I'm definitely really interested in. I think this is a great use case. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer. And before we end, any final thoughts to our audience?
Thank you so much to the BNB Chain. This was such a great experience. I'm new to the Web3 space, and BNB has been great, and I continue to work hard and build out an application that works really well for traders. Thank you.
Thank you, Philip, and also your team's contribution, and everyone to follow Yuri X for latest updates and more features. And that's bring us to the end of today. And huge thanks to all our speakers and our audience for joining. And we will see you at the next session.